All right. Hi, it's Crystal Lynn, and I'm back with the final video for the Elevate Your Lifestyle Challenge. So today, I'm going to be making you a very special offer. I want to invite you to join me in my program, Spiritual Life Coach Certification for Badass Butterflies. Now, this is the program that I designed for people like you, treasured souls who want to be of service to the divine, but maybe you've never done this before. Maybe you've never run a business before, so you need some help. You need some guidance. This program is going to give it all to you. It's going to help you become a spiritual life coach with a solid, sustainable business foundation. So in today's session, I'm going to tell you about how the program works, and I'm going to give you an invitation to join me in the program for a reduced financial investment. Now, I love saving money, okay? And I hope you do too. So I hope you enjoyed this special offer that I'm going to pass on to you. Also, I have a special bonus that I think you'll like because it will really help you boost your potential in your business building venture. And my goal, my desire is for you to have a really good outcome with your business. And I know that these bonuses and even the reduction in the initial investment, I know that's going to be helpful for a lot of you. And I'm really happy to be able to offer you that. So let me cue up the slideshow. Let's get this party started. Woot! Okay, hold on. Let me cue up the slideshow. How do I get this party started? Okay, I need to hit slideshow over there, then I need to come back over here and hit Zoom and share, slideshow, share, boom, it is on. All right, so welcome. All right, my name is Crystal Lynn. I said that already, I know. I'm just being all formal because I have this big old logo right here. This is my logo that really touches my heart. At the center there is the badass butterfly. And I want you to be able to see yourself there. I want you to see yourself with your badass butterfly wings. And your wings are going to look like you. Okay. My wings look like me. Okay. We want you to be there at the center. And in this logo is the story of the badass butterfly. You see there's the caterpillar, and that is what we were before we chose to pursue our divine life purpose. We were beautiful. Caterpillars are beautiful, but we were earthbound and we were three-dimensional. But then we said, hey, we are going to pursue our divine life purpose, and we are going to do all the hard work inside so that we can create a powerful rebirth for ourselves. And we do that by connecting with spirit, diving deep into our emotions, and undergoing the metamorphosis, and then breaking free from that cocoon. Okay, that's what this logo represents. And you'll see there are the little stars, there's the sun, there are the moon phases, because those are all the tools that help me be who I am. And I know if you're here, you're very spiritual, they help you as well. Okay. And of course, there's Apollo, and he's my little dog, my little sidekick. He's with me all the time. And so, of course, he had to be in my logo as well. All right. Now, oops, today, let's see. Oh, rats. I exited. Oh, dear. Let's see. There we go. Did I do it right? Yes, I'm back. Oh, dear. Okay, there we go. Mercury is retrograde, by the way. So that was minor. That was a minor snafu. Let's see what happens in the next couple of slides, okay? So today I am going to help you discover the 5 pathways to becoming the badass butterfly spiritual life coach. All right. And so spiritual life coach certification for badass butterflies is designed to set you up from start to finish with your own unique spiritual life coaching program. Among the many things included are a potentially high-ranking website and blog, a marketing, social media, and financial strategy, and clients who are ready, willing, and able to pay you for your offerings. All right. That is my mission, and I stand behind it. We are going to do all these things together, and you are going to feel great because that's how it goes. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work, but this is going to be so much fun. Now, you'll remember in the last video, I think it was the last one, I talked about the 24 pillars for building a solid spiritual life coaching business foundation, okay? In other words, these are the 24 things you must have. You must be able to do these things if you're going to launch yourself and call yourself a spiritual life coach. These are the things you need to have in place. Now, I'm going to run through this list very quickly. So, and you can, with this video is a handout, and it has this in it, and this is on the website, so you will be able to see these things in detail, okay? So I'm going to zip through them very quickly. So you must be able to identify your ideal client, and you have to know how to put yourself in front of your ideal client, yourself and your services. You have to determine your specialty or your niche. You have to help your ideal client get to the root cause of their pain. Your client knows that they have a problem, but it's up to you to know more than they do because you've studied, you've done research, and you're the authority, you're the expert, okay? So you need to be able to help them get to the root cause of their pain so that they can transform. You have to know how to coach people, all right? And you have to know how to help them transform their lives with measurable results, okay? You need to be able to help people deal with emotional pain and trauma. That's what you're mostly dealing with, emotional, energetic, and spiritual pain and trauma. You also have to know how to tell your own story of pain and trauma and how you overcame that, okay? And you must be able to tell that in an empowering and inspiring way. You have to be able to create a healing and transformational program that actually helps people have the transformation you want to do. So you have to be able to not just say, it's not just a magic wand, ooh, you are cured. You actually have to give them the steps and coach them through all the steps that you have created, okay? You have to create a system that actually delivers your program to the people because you can't just say it to them. You have to give them exercises and diagrams and forms and tell them what to read and all these kinds of things, okay? You have to have a website, you have to build that out, and you have to have a presence for yourself and all the great information that you have. That has to be all on the web somewhere in form, website, social media, landing pages, all those kinds of things. You need a blog, okay, where you are sharing your spiritual philosophy. You need meaningful content, and you need a lot of it. Meaningful content that gets people's attention, holds their attention, and keeps them coming back for more. Okay, that's very important. You have to have your own spiritual philosophy. You cannot just say, well, the Dalai Lama says, no, you have to be able to say, I learned from reading the Dalai Lama this, and what I've learned by applying the Dalai Lama's words to my own life is blah, blah, blah. Okay, so it's not just about quoting people and staying superficial or being cliched. It's about taking ideas and applying them to your life applying to them to the lives of your clients and your tribe, your audience, and talking to them about what that means for them. This is super important, okay? You have to also have a brand, and this is really fun. Like my logo is a part of my brand. Badass Butterfly is my brand. You have to determine what your brand is going to be and how you're going to represent yourself. And that is so fun. You need to communicate who you are and what you offer. And you have to have a system for communicating it, because you're going to have to communicate it a lot, okay? And you're going to have to communicate it in a lot of different arenas. So you need a system of communication, all right? You need to create a framework that helps your audience understand who you are and what you do. And your framework is that thing that is kind of like, you have your big, beautiful transformation in your philosophy. Your framework is the kind of quick breakdown of what that is and how it's going to help your client. All right. You have to build an online community. So you have to know how to do that. You have to know how to nurture that as well. You have to create a strategy that to educate your people, because you can't just throw stuff out at people and think that they're going to get it and know what to do with it. You have to think about it like a teacher. And, you know, if you had a group of high schoolers and you needed to teach them algebra, you have to have a system. You can't just be like bloop, 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 you know, algebraic formation formulas. You kind of have to give it to them in stages so that they can take this, apply that. Okay, now you're going to give them something else. I'm going to help them apply that. I'm going to build, 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 build. This stuff is actually all very learnable and doable. The way what I'm telling you, you can learn how to do this. And that's what my program's all about, teaching you how to do this so that you can create this for yourself and you can show up really as a strong leader for your tribe, for your community. You need to build your presence on social media platforms. You have to have a presence on social media platforms, and it doesn't have to be hard. It should be really fun, as a matter of fact. For me, it's really fun, and I'm going to show you my system, and we're going to make it fun for you too. Now, you also need to know how to create marketing campaigns for social media. It's really important to understand how to get your message out in social media in a way that lets you get seen, but lets you also not get shut down, because you can get shut down on social media. So I can help you navigate all that, because I've gone through it. I've even been shut down on social media. That was an experience. I'll tell you about that later. Let's see, but I'm back up, by the way, just in case. All right, just in case you were wondering, I'm back and I'm stronger than ever. Just saying, badass butterfly with those wings. You have to know how to capture emails and build an email list, okay? And you have to also know how to create an email funnel. I'm not going to go into what that is, but it's really important. And again, it's really fun. Creating all this stuff is really fun because it's you, your soul, your spirit guides, your ancestors, your angels, and source energy working together through the divine feminine, bringing all this into a nice divine masculine system of delivery consistently to your audience. It's beautiful. It's really, really fun. You need to have a video channel, right? So you have to know how to make videos. You have to know what to say in videos. You need to know how to market your videos. We got all that covered, okay? Believe me, every single thing in these 24 pillars is covered in Spiritual Life Coach Certification for Badass Butterflies. I'm not kidding. And you need to be able to deliver your entire offer and draw in your clients, right? You need to know the clients who can pay you, who will pay you, who are willing to invest in you and invest in transformation. I'm going to teach you how to find those people and position yourself so that you are doing that. All right. So how will you learn all of these things? How are you going to learn all this stuff? 24 things, okay? 24 things. First of all, we need 10 months. All right, let's face it. It takes 10 months to conceive and birth a baby. So we need 10 months to conceive and birth your business. And I love this analogy of the baby because throughout all of this, I've been saying that your business is a union between the divine feminine and the divine masculine. And a baby is a union between the feminine and the masculine. I need you to understand this because if you allow this to work through you, both the divine feminine and the divine masculine, if you allow that to work through you, you will have a great time connecting with your energies to create, and you will have a great time being the badass butterfly spiritual life coach and business owner. You will enjoy the process, okay? Now, here's your formula for success. It's a supportive session structure plus the 5 pathways. So in Spiritual Life Coach Certification for Badass Butterflies, there's a pyramid, okay? And the pyramid is built on those 5 pathways, which we're going to talk about. But at the top of the pyramid are the weekly small kaleidoscope coaching sessions. Now, a kaleidoscope, I don't know if you knew this, if you know this, I didn't know this until I started, researching butterflies, but a group of butterflies is called a kaleidoscope. So you have a gaggle of geese, you have a pack of wolves, all right? And you have a kaleidoscope of butterflies. And I think that's really, really, really beautiful. So what we do is we have weekly small kaleidoscope coaching sessions, all right? So in those small sessions, it's 6 or 7 people, no more than 6 or 7. And that way, it's a small group, it's easier to connect, okay? And it's easier for me to be able to make sure that I see you. And this 6 to 7 number is that's my sweet spot. Some people like 25 people in their coaching sessions. That's okay. And that's what our super kaleidoscope is all about, okay? But on a regular weekly basis, no. I want to be in touch with you every single week. And that's why I've structured this way. Look, when as I was building my business, I went and took a lot of different coaching programs so that I could learn what I needed to do, all right? And what I noticed was that I got lost in groups. I did fine when there were 5, 6, 7 people, but if there were 10 or more people, I got lost, I became apathetic, and I just dropped out. Okay. And I just couldn't keep up with all the dialogue. I didn't have any anchors. And what I wanted to do in my coaching program was to make sure that everybody everybody feels like you are supported, you are seen, you're not going to fall through the cracks. Okay. If you show up at these sessions, okay, you and I are going to connect, bond, and I'm going to be able to give you really good guidance. And this is really important because even though I'm going to be teaching you how to build a business, I'm going to be working on your emotional wellness as well as your mindset. So this is about bringing you to your work, but all of you to your work. You're going to be healing while you are building your business. You're going to be learning. Yes, you're going to be learning a lot, but you're going to be challenged. Okay. And when you're challenged, our work together is to help you overcome those challenges. And that's my specialty as a spiritual life coach, but also as a business mentor. I like one-on-one, I like intimacy, I like being close, and I like to know that you are on track. So there's no hiding, okay? If you want to hide, this is not going to be a good program for you. But if you want real assistance so that you can break through and really own your power, then this is the place you want to be. Okay, so the way we do that is we meet every week in the weekly small kaleidoscope coaching sessions. Okay, now over here you'll see there's also there are 12 bi-weekly private one-on-one sessions. So what we're going to do is meet every week in the group, and then you and I are going to sit down privately, just the two of us, so that we can do one-on-one sessions. Okay, that way you and I can see you, focus on you, I can give you what you need, you can receive what you need. Boom, that's what this is all about. Okay, so this program is super supported. All right, now in addition to these two things, you have this optional weekly super kaleidoscope coaching session. Okay, so in this program currently there are 24 people enrolled. So, and they are all in small groups. And so I'm working with them in small groups and private sessions. Okay, so small and private, just as I've said. But like for office hours, I do the super kaleidoscope where I'm here, you are just invited to come and drop in, ask your questions. And I set up 2 or 3 of these every week so that the timing is right, so that, some people are morning, don't have mornings available. Some people have evenings. So I try to do one in the morning, one in the evening, so that you can get in and drop in and get any extra help you need. So I say that these are optional and they are for extra work. The reason I love these super kaleidoscope sessions is because the more advanced people who are, who've already been in the program for 3, 6, 9 months, everybody's all together on those sessions. And so the new people get to kind of see what it's like to be creating further on. And the older people who have been doing this, they get to remember what they need to recall as they go forward. So those sessions are brilliant. And from my experience, this has been a really successful approach to offering the coaching, getting really great graduate rates and great outcomes. Okay, that's what we want. We want you to have a really successful outcome. All right, so that is the top part of the pyramid. Okay, now we're going to talk about those 5 pathways, which are referencing those 24 things that I was telling you about. Okay. Now, before I talk to you about the 5 pathways, I want to say that those 24 things that you need to do all have a bunch of steps under them. So it's not just 24 things that you need to do. There are a lot of things, because each of those 24 things has their own thing that you got to do. All right. So just keep that in mind. Now let that go. All right. Okay, I said it, let it go. Now, there are 5 pathways, okay? And I'm going to tell you about those pathways and what that means. So there's the pathway of healing, the way of service, the way of offering, the way of the vessel, and the way of emergence. So I said that this is a 10-month program, all right? And I've broken this down so that you can kind of see how those 10 months are going to be spent. And I break them down into weeks. So 10 months is 40 weeks. Okay. Let's see. Here we go. Now, under each pathway, there is a lot of stuff. So I'm not going to tell you every individual thing, because we would be sitting here for 3 hours. Okay. But what I do want to tell you is just give you an overall view of what we're going to be doing. what we're doing in that pathway. And then I'm going to just give you maybe a couple of examples of things from that pathway. All right. So I can try to keep this video moving along. All right. So in the way of healing, pathway 1, the way of healing, we're going to take 10 weeks to explore your soul and your story of triumph over trauma. And what that basically means is your soul came to this earth to do something specific, okay? This is a strong spiritual principle. You have a divine purpose. And the pain that you've gone through and the pain that you've overcome is a part of that story. So in pathway 1, the way of healing, we are talking about the pain that you've gone through and how you've overcome it. All right. And during this time, while we're working on that, you're going to be learning about how to be a coach. You're going to be learning about emotions. You're going to be learning about mindsets. You're going to be learning about limiting beliefs, shadow work. We're going to be doing Reiki. Okay. So you're going to be learning about energy. Okay. You're going to be looking at, your beliefs. All right. So that is the pathway number 1 in a nutshell. Now, what I'm going to just do, because again, I want to try to show you who I am as a teacher. And you've probably heard me say this before because I say it kind of often. I have a Virgo moon. So the moon is in Virgo. When I was born, the moon was in Virgo. And what that means is I find safety and security from organization. I like things organized, okay? Organization is the realm of the divine masculine. So I rock the divine masculine organization really well. So I'm a big fan of forms, worksheets, blah, blah, blah. So when you come into the program, I need your divine feminine magic to be placed in a way that we can talk about and use it and get her in a form that we can use. Okay. So what I do is I create worksheets. So here's a worksheet. And this is called the Treasury of Both, Brand Authority, Stories, Instruction, and Worksheet. Okay. I just want to show you here that I want to show you the Virgo in me. Okay. So the Virgo in me likes things clearly said. Okay. And it likes things written out with instructions. I like instructions and I like them to be step by step, and I like consistency, okay? Because when you're dealing with the divine feminine, you need to give her structure so that we can get stuff done, okay? Have you ever started something with someone who's really in their feminine, and by the end you're like, we didn't get nothing done today, and they're like, I know, huh? Like, yeah, I know, huh? All right. So no, that's not happening on my watch, my friend. Okay. We are going to get stuff done. And we're going to I like to tell you what your objective is so you know where you're going. All right. And then I like to write things out step by step. Okay. I like to have things broken down so that you can easily see what it is that you need to do. All right. You know what's coming next. We have a full-blown curriculum so you can see all of these things. All right. So this is one of the forms that we use. And I'm just showing you that things are organized in this program. Okay. Now, let me show you also another form. Now, that was a form to help you tell your stories. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is show you the actual curriculum for the program. And this particular curriculum that you're seeing, okay, is actually getting changed. So we're going to be putting this on a different platform this year, okay? But it's going to be similar to this. And the point, though, that I'm making is that this is a full program. This is all things written out, okay? And this is everything you need. There's even, okay, I'm such a Virgo that I have to give you notes on how to take your photographs. All right. So the curriculum has videos, it has written texts. Okay. It has exercises in it for you. The notes are all written out for you so you can reference them. You can always go back to find things. And I love worksheets. So this is a worksheet that you would use before you get your professional photographs taken, so that when you show up to do your photographs, you are ready and you get phenomenal photographs that you are happy with, that you can use and feel excited to share. All right, so that's me and the program. Okay, this is what the program looks like. All right, let me hop back over here. And there we go. Boom. All right. Oh, okay, so now I'm in, okay, so that was pathway 1. Now we're going to go to pathway 2. Pathway 2 is the way of service. Now, this is weeks 11 through 17. All right. Now, during this time, your objective is to establish your ideal client and determine what your specialty is, determine your niche. All right. Now, I'm not going to go into detail about what that is, but I'm going to just tell you this is a really important, well, I guess I'm going to tell you what it is. Well, okay, so look, you cannot offer your services to everybody, all right? That is not what we're trying to do. We need to determine who you are, right? That's what we do in the pathway 1. And then we need to look at how you can be of service to people, okay? Where are you an expert and what do you know about, okay? Once you determine that, then you need to say, well, let me see who is the best match for what I know. And once you discover who that person is, you need to learn everything you can about that person. You need to dive into them to find out what their pain is, how they're suffering, what their needs are, what their emotional needs are. That is what this entire curriculum, this section is all about, okay? And what I have done is created what I call the Inner Circle Client Profile Worksheet. Now, this bad boy right here is 14 pages long, okay? This is the, you're gonna be like, Crystal Lynn, but what am I supposed to do with 14 pages? By the time we are done working through this entire worksheet, you will know who your ideal client is. You will have a deep connection to them, so that when people come to you and they say, who are you? You'll be like, I'm blah, 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 and this is what I do. They're going to be like, oh, you sound like somebody I need. And you're going to be like, yeah, I know, because you probably are experiencing this, that, and the other. And they're going to be like, yeah, that is me. You really know me. That's what you need to be as a coach. You need to be the coach who knows her ideal client. That's why we say you can't help everybody. You don't want to try to help everybody. You want to help your people, the ones your soul put you on earth to help. And those people are a lot like you. You and I are a lot alike. I can help you and you're resonating with me because I'm here to help you. This is what this is all about. And you're going to do the same thing, except you're going to do it with your specialty and your particular client. Okay. All right, let me get back. Oh, now, okay, wait, I was going to show you this, but I'm not going to show you this. Well, I think I am going to show you this because one of my students is just so wonderfully deep. Look, all of my students are really deep. And because I can only work with people who will go deep, all right? And if they start off and they're not deep, they're deep by the time that we're done. This young lady came into the world deep, okay? She came into the world deep. And when we connected, every time I worked with her, I'm like, oh, you're blowing my mind. She's mind-blowingly soulful young woman who discovered that she is an empath and she is here to help other empaths learn how to navigate a particular trauma. And what she discovered was that a lot of empaths suffer because they attract narcissists, sociopaths, and abusive people. Okay. And it's because these empaths are light and they're compassionate and they'll listen and they'll take on things. And so these narcissists and sociopaths come to them because they're like a beacon of light, right? And she's like, look, I need to help you change your energy so that you can still be that open-hearted empath, but you aren't being drained by energy vampires who are taking your energy and leaving you with nothing, right? So she discovered that this is what she came to life and experience, came to the world to experience, and now she's helping people overcome that. And this was a survey that she created to help her understand who her people are, right? So she asks about who they are, she wants to know their demographics, of course, that's normal. But then she starts getting into these deep questions, tell me about your love life, what are some of the things that are troubling you? What are you trying to improve? Okay, that's a normal question. Okay, then she starts getting deep. Have you noticed any patterns in attracting narcissists, sociopaths, and or emotionally abusive or unavailable men? She's just like, come on, girl, tell me about it. Like, let's get in there. Okay. Have you noticed that you have any of these in your family or friends? Okay. And tell me your story about it. What's your story with the narcissists? Okay. And this is just a great example of how we take the soul's story and we turn that into something good. The pain that she went through with narcissism from the family, from the lovers, from whatever, the friends who were narcissists. She could have let them drain her and take everything from her, and she could be a victim, a martyr. But what she did was she turned that around. She's like, I'm gonna study you. I'm gonna study you, and then I'm gonna help other people. And that's what she's doing. And I am so honored to be able to work with people with this much depth and willingness to be of service. And so once you come into the program, you will have access to this, to that survey so that you can check it out and see exactly how deep she goes, because it is juicy. It's very, very good stuff. Okay. Now, so this is pathway 2, the way of service. That's what we've just done. We're now going to go into pathway 3. Okay, so now we're up to weeks 18 through 26. We're about halfway through the program. Okay, and this pathway is called the way of offering. And this is where you're going to create your unique program methodology. So now you know who you are. Okay, you know why you're here, you know who your ideal client is, and you know what you want to help them do. Now you got to put all that together. You have to create an offer that is going to help them, and you have to be able to create the offer, and you have to create your method. Okay, meaning, okay, I have this thing about narcissism and emotionally abusive men. How am I going to teach them? What am I going to help them do? That's what we do all here, okay, in this particular module. Now, during this time, this is a really important, meaty, juicy time, because you know what you are, you know what you're doing, and you are knee deep in your passion. And you can, all the time, you can see it flowing through the students. They are in their passion, and they are producing tons and tons of content, okay? Because that's what this is. This is where you're putting together your spiritual philosophy, and your spiritual philosophy is all that stuff. I learned about narcissism. I learned that I'm an empath. I learned that I do this. For me, it was unworthiness. And for me, this was just like a wonderful experience, because once I understood what my problem was, and once I understood who my client was, spirit was like, okay, you ready, girl? Here you go. You need to write. And so that's what you do. You just write everything out, and you take all this information. You build your classes, your programs, everything that you're going to be laying out, all the exercises, what goes where, what goes in what module, what am I going to teach first? What am I going to teach second? What am I going to teach third? What worksheets do I need? How am I going to say this in the worksheet? How am I going to get that result that I want them to have? And what happens if they don't get that result? What if somebody's feeling this, right? So we have our ideal client. We're now able to look at things through their eyes, and we have to make sure that we're catering things so that they understand, right? So that's what this module is all about. This is where we're creating our blog strategy, creating like how we're going to actually share our stuff with the world, okay? Now, what I want to show you from here is for me, so I'm a spiritual life coach, but more than anything now, I am working with mentoring women into business, okay? So you've been following me, you see my website, you see my blog, you see me on social media, you're probably getting my emails, okay? All of that is coming from the way of the offering. It is the originator of every piece of content that you see. So right now, in this particular part of the program, you are a content creating machine. All right. So what we have to do is make sure that your content is organized. So that is all in the program. Okay. Everything is organized so that as you're building out all of these things, you've got a place for them. Okay. And what I want to do is show you what I consider to be my pride and joy. And that's my content planning strategy. So this for me is really important because I've done all this content. I've created all of these. These programs. I've created this program that I've created that you're considering. This is a giant. Obviously, it's 10 months of content. It's 10 months of writing and videos and studying and research and, like living it. Okay. So it is huge. In order to be able to get you to understand who I am, I got to have it organized, okay? So what you'll see over here, so what you're looking at right now is my content planning calendar, okay? Now, this is where I write out all the content, okay? So for me, I put all the content, I put the whole blog here. The blog gets written and it gets pasted in here because I don't want my blog only on my blog. I want it in a place where it's safe. What happens if my blog goes down, or what happens if something goes wrong? Okay. You need to have a base where you're keeping all your material. And more than anything, okay, more than anything, this is your calendar. This is your publishing calendar, right? So I publish a blog twice a week, and this is what goes out when. And this goes out, this goes all the way through December 31st, okay? Because I'm a year ahead. I have a year and a half of content already done, right? I've got tons of content that hasn't even been shared yet and won't get shared this year because it's just so much. But that's what happens when you open up to the divine feminine. You become a content creating machine, but you have to organize how you put your content out in the world. Okay, so that is what this is all about. Again, the Virgo in me is like, you need to organize this. You need to have control over your content because your content is your wealth. Okay, this is your wealth. This is like your bank account. You want your bank account organized. You want your spending categorized. This is your wealth. You need all this categorized. So this is just a little glimpse into, this is where I write the entire email message out. Okay. I think this stuff through. You're a business owner. This stuff doesn't just happen like that. It doesn't, and nobody else is going to do it for you. you will eventually, okay? Eventually, you will train people to do it for you. But as a business founder, in the beginning, you have to do it yourself because this is you bringing yourself, your ideas to the marketplace. You're the first one who's going to be doing it, okay? And even when you train someone, I work with 2 virtual assistants now. I can't expect them to do this for me, okay? I do this. So I put the details here, they load it up onto the website, okay? We put the dates for when we're going to release things, where we're going to release them, okay? We put all that stuff. All the all the images get made and placed here. We put all the links, and then of course we put whether it's done, complete, in progress, to do, blah, blah, blah. All right. This is business organization. And don't worry if this feels a little bit overwhelming, because right now it should feel overwhelming. You haven't done it before. That's okay. I show you how to do this from step 1 all the way to the end. All you got to do is follow along with me. Come along with me on this ride, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. Okay. I give you the tools. Make it easy. All right. Pathway 4, the way of the vessel. So this is what we're doing in weeks 26 through 38. So now we are rolling into the end of the program. And one of the questions I get very often from people is like, when we're in the program, do we actually, while you're in my program, do you launch your program? And the answer is yes. I want you bringing in money while you are in my program. The reason I do that is because what good is it for you? What good is it for me to train you to do something and then you're done with me and then you go try to do it? No, that does not make any sense at all. I need you doing stuff. And look, you right here in pathway 3, that's when you start putting stuff out. Okay, that's when you start setting up social media. Well, you really set up social media in number 4. Okay, but all your stuff is created in pathway 3. All right, so pathway 3, you have a voice. In pathway 4, you're actually putting things out in a consistent way. All right, pathway 3, you should have your content calendar made for the next 6 months. I don't ask you all to do it for a year. That's a little bit too much to take on. If you can do it for a year, I would support you in that. But I ask you to have your content calendar made for 6 months, which is good. Okay, that will make you feel secure and it'll keep things rolling for you while you're teaching your program. Okay, so in pathway 4, you're putting yourself out there. You've got posts that are going out on Facebook. You're starting to talk to people about who you are. You've got people who are like, so what do you mean when you say narcissism? And you got an answer for that. You got a good answer for that, because in pathway 3, you did the research, you did the work. Okay, so pathway 4 is the way of the vessel. This is where you build the web assets for your business: Facebook, website, blog site. Okay, your video site, your email list. You're setting up your sales pages, your landing pages. Okay, you're building out your teaching platform. Okay, that's all in the way of the vessel, and you start that at week 26. That's when you still have, I guess, 14 weeks left in the program, something like that. So starts at maybe month 6.5. Okay, this is when you are now putting yourself out there, and you are like, you're it. Okay, you're navigating and you're talking to people about who you are. You're sharing your philosophy, you're sharing your wisdom, you're building your tribe, you're building your Facebook group. Okay, this is weeks 26 through 38. Okay, remember this is a 40-week program, so we are rolling into the end. Now, in this program, I teach you how to build your own website. Yes, I do. It is not hard to do. Okay, it is a lot of work, I'm going to admit that, but it's fun work. And the thing is, because you have the ideas in your mind, you already have the content created, putting on the website is easy. because you already have the content done. I want you to know how to build your own website in the beginning, because you are the one who has the ideas, and you can definitely pass this on to a web designer without a doubt. But, you know, getting a basic website might cost you $5,000 right off the bat, whereas you could learn how to do it yourself and just pay for your hosting. You know what I mean? So this is and I just believe that it's good to know. After you've started earning income, then you can invest in a designer who can upgrade your site. But let me show you the site that one of my students built herself, all by herself. All right. This is Sangeeta's website, and she chose her colors. She used the photography module and got her photographs taken. And I am just so proud because she designed her own logo, right? This is her at work. Absolutely. I think this is a really, really wonderful site. And I'm so proud of her for taking this on for herself and doing her job. She's got her testimonials on there. She's got, you know, how to work with her. You know, it's beautiful. It makes me get a little bit teary because number one, she's beautiful. And I just, you know, it's just really a blessing. I'm just blessed. Let's face it, I get teary because I am freaking blessed to be able to have beautiful people that I work with doing this wonderful stuff. So you too will build your own website and it's going to be gorgeous, just like you. And I'm going to help you. Of course, I help you. My assistants will help you as well. Okay. My team is here to help you do this, but you're going to know how to do it and you're going to do it and feel really, really good. Okay. So here we are when we're in pathway 5 and it's the way of emergence. And this weeks 38 to 40, you are launching your business, you're launching your program, you're enrolling your students, and you're signing up clients to do one-on-one sessions with you, okay? And so look, our session begins on January 16th, all right? This is, it's time to make a decision, all right? Now, I would love to talk to you about becoming a badass butterfly spiritual life coach. I'm excited to talk to you. So I want you to book in a discovery session to discuss your vision, okay, what you want, and how, you know, if this program will work for you. Feel free. You and I will hop on a call. You can ask me all the questions you want. I am happy to answer the questions, and I'm happy to help you get started in this program. We need to do that though this week. All right. Now, let's see. Here we go. Oh, whoa, wait, hold on. I have sorry, just a second. There we go. Testimonials. All right. Because like I said, I just love my students. I love this work. I'm blessed. I've got some good testimonials. So this is Leanne. And Leanne said something that really, really touches me as the creator of this program. And here's what she said. She said, before choosing Crystal's program, I saw that other programs were 5 weeks or 3 months. How could you learn to help people in just 3 months or 5 weeks? She nailed it, because I'm like, why? How are you going to do all this in 5 weeks or 3 months? How? How? Okay. And so she goes on to say, blah, blah, blah. So look, this is on my website. Okay. You can take a look and read the rest. Let me take you into the next testimonial. Now, this is from Kate. And Kate, look, Leanne is a Leo. She's very straightforward, very forthright, really, really like smart, book smart. And she got that divine feminine down too. She's a really good balance of the divine feminine and the divine masculine. Now, Kate, you can see here, she's got a different vibe, right? She's a Scorpio. She's a water sign. Leanne is a fire sign, masculine. Kate is a water sign, feminine, okay? And both of them are extremely intelligent. Kate is more into the divine feminine, though. She's more in her divine feminine. Here's what she said that I really appreciate. She said, the clarity that Crystalline gave and the very practical way that she takes you through was so appealing, as well as the deep inner work. So she really likes that deep dive that we take, right? And then she goes on to say, there was the practical masculine 3D approach infused with the 5D feminine intuitive flowing that felt perfect. So these ladies are really, they get me, they get the program, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. Now, this is Anne, and she is a wonderful combination, really, of both Leanne and Kate. You can look at her and see that this woman is earth goddess, like, and she is the real deal. This woman is so connected to Mother Earth, and yet she's also an amazing, like, her earth work also comes out into material manifestations wonderfully. She's a wonderful, wonderful soul. Now, she was interesting because she came into this program and she could not do anything with technology. She was like, I can't figure this out. Wait, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to do this? And I wish that I had put a link into her website. I'm going to have to do a little showcase of her website. She too built her website, and it is gorgeous. She figured out the technology. She got her divine feminine and her divine masculine together and put together her website, and it's beautiful. And she says, and I should have highlighted this, but she says, she talks about, let's see, she said, I had no idea about niche clients and targeting who our program was for, and then developing our curriculum around that. It's important to coach to things that you've experienced because you're the expert in what happened to you. So we spent time putting that down on paper. We explored what made us the authority on that and why people would come to us to be coached because of our past experiences. And then she says, learning how to write and to put it down to be welcomed by the public, right? So that was really important. And she turned out to be an amazing writer, writing beautiful blog posts that were so touching about her personal experience, but also just channeled from spirit. You could just see that she's talking about higher vibrational things. It was wonderful to read her writing. And then she says, and the technology, I was blown away. I built my own website. I just can't believe that I put all this together. The skills I learned in this program are amazing. I love that. Okay, so you can take a look at some of the other testimonials on the website. But let me get through this because I know I'm now approaching the end of the hour. Okay, I thank you so much for hanging in with me through all this. Now, the next question is, how can you partner with me in this journey? Boom. Book in that discovery session to talk to me about your coaching vision and how I can help you achieve it. Okay, we said that before. Just hop on the call. It's free. Okay, I love talking to people. This is not going to be like, oh, I'm going to try to get you to buy my program. No, I'm not. Okay, if you have watched all this and you don't want to buy my program, you don't want to buy it. I can't say anything to you that's going to make you want it more than showing you how awesome the program is, okay? If you want to come and talk to me about how awesome the program is, that's great. But if you want to just also talk to me about your vision and see how I can help you, I'm more than happy to do that, okay? Do keep in mind, though, that I do really take this work seriously, and I don't believe in shortcuts. So if you want to ask me about like how, if you can do without any of these pieces, please expect me to give you my honest opinion from my perspective. All right, because I have gone through not doing these things and I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it. Anyway, obviously I don't recommend it because it's kind of hard, you know? All right, let's get to the next slide. Come on. Boom. Oh, hold on. Okay. No. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. All right. If you book in a discovery session call with me, we're going to take about 50 minutes, okay, 50 minutes to talk about your vision. And I want you to be able to ask all the questions you want. And we need to set reasonable expectations for your particular program outcomes. That's why I need to talk to you. That's why there's not just a button here that says, hey, go sign up. Okay. We need to make sure that you're going to get the expected outcomes for this program. Because if you're not willing to do this work, if you are not coachable, I am not going to invite you into the program. Look, all due respect, I am about getting you from point A to point Z, solid business foundation. I am willing to do all the things. I will share all of my knowledge with you. But if you're going to make me act like it's like pulling teeth and you're resistant, this is not the program for you. I'm not that coach. I will not do that with you. Okay. So if you are coachable, if you like learning, and if you like challenging yourself, okay, I'm not saying you have to come in here and you can't have resistance. I'm saying that you have to be willing to let go of your resistance. You have to be willing to trust the process. Okay. If you're willing to do that, I'm willing to work with you and I'm willing to coach you through that. That's my job. I'm a coach. But if you are putting up walls and you are saying, no, I'm not doing it, that's not what I do. Okay. That would be a different program. All right. Now, I will also talk to you about your financial investment for this program at that time. I'm sorry, I know you probably want to know just how much the program costs. Come on, Crystalline, tell me how much the program costs. I'm like, nope, holding out. I'll make you get on a call with me because it's important that we talk about it from a big picture perspective. All right. And I have a bonus. Okay. I'm offering you a reduction. All right. And I've got payment options. I've got payment plans. I've got funding for you. So we can make this doable. All right. And your participation in this program should not be about the price. Okay. Because if that's what it's about, that's not good enough. If this feels right for you, we need to figure that out. And it's very rare that I don't have a solution for somebody. Very rare. Okay, so come and talk to me. Let's get this started. Also, I'm going to offer you those bonuses. So come and get on the call with me. All right. Now, cool bonus number 1. If you enroll in the program before January 15th, you're going to save 50% on the total program investment. So come on, you need to hop on the call with me as soon as possible. Okay. Now, cool bonus number 2. Remember that I gave you 12. There are 12 private one-on-one sessions already included in the program. If you sign up before January 12th and you make your payment in full, okay? Now, payment in full has a special little thing, okay? Payment in full, we need to talk about what that means because I have a little special caveat there for you that works in your favor, okay, so that you can still take care of the bonuses. I'm not going to explain that in this video. You have to hop on the call so I can explain that little caveat. But if you sign up before January 12th with your in full payment, you're going to get 8 additional private one-on-one sessions to use throughout the program as you need to. That is a $4,000 value. So if you sign up before the 12th of January, you will get that at no additional investment. And that's a big deal. I take my time very seriously. These one-on-one sessions with me are transformational. This is not about like, oh, we're going to just drink tea and we're just going to talk about superficial cliches. Nope. Nope. We are going to dive deep. So those 8 additional sessions, they can be transformational for you personally, for your emotions, and for your business. All right. Now, payment plans are available for qualifying applicants. So come on, come and join me. So I want to thank you. And I want to urge you to book in before the bonuses expire. All right. And the link to do that is here in this video. That makes no sense at all. Okay. It's in the comments. So please go ahead and book yourself in. I look forward to talking to you. All right. Crystalline is signing off. Bye for now. Bye. Wait, I gotta need to make sure there's not another slide. No more slides. Okay. Bye. Wait, I should stop the screen share first. Thank you so much. All right. Bye for now.